Percent applications. Let's go over some of our percent applications today. We got really two main ideas that we're going to cover. The learning target is students can use percents to solve real-life situations like sales tax, tip, and commission. So we're going to talk about how you would use percents in real-life situations today. If you need to pause, go ahead. Otherwise, I will be moving on. All right, in our first example, we're going to do finding the percent. Now, example A here is extremely important. I get asked this question all the time. It's how do you find what percent is your quiz grade? Well, today you are going to learn about it. So you shouldn't have to ask me anymore, how do I find my percent on my quiz? This is how you are going to do it. Okay, Dexter gets a 67 out of 80 on his quiz. What is his percent? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to take the part that he got, 67, that's the part, and you're going to divide it by how many points the quiz is out of the base. So I'm just going to turn it into a fraction, 67 over 80. Now we learned how to turn fractions into percents. Okay, in order to do that, the first thing I'm going to do is turn it into a decimal. So I'm going to take my calculator, you can use calculators today, and do 67 divided by 80. And when I do 67 divided by 80, I get this. That is as a decimal. I want my answer as a percent. To take my decimal and turn it into a percent, you move your decimal point 2 to the right. 1, 2 to the right, that is multiplying by 100. Remember, percent is out of 100, so you're multiplying by 100 to achieve that. So my final answer is 83.75%. Okay, you turn it into a decimal and then multiply by 100 because that's what a percent is. Percent's out of 100. Okay, 83.75% is quiz. Example B, 12 out of 30 students in the class are girls. What percent are girls? Well, I'm going to do it as a fraction. How many girls are there over total students? Okay, the part over the total amount. So 12 over 30. I'm going to turn that into a decimal, and that's 0.4. Then you're going to multiply by 100, which means move your decimal point 2 to the right. 1, 2. I have to put a 0 there because there wasn't one there, which means my final answer is 40%. And that is how you find the percent. Okay, you take the part over the total, divide them, then multiply by 100. If you need to pause, go ahead. Otherwise, I'll be moving on. All right, in my next example, finding the part. We have 4 examples of where we can find the part. In the first one, we're going to talk about tip. A bill costs $47.32. You want to leave an 18% tip. How much should you leave? All right, to find the part, all you're going to do is multiply the amount that you have by the percent. Remember, the percent has to be a decimal to multiply it. So I'm going to go 1, 2 to the left, and so that's going to be 0.18. So I'm going to do $47.32 multiplied by 18%, but I've divided by 100, so it is 0.18. Okay, that's what I'm going to type into my calculator. The answer that I am going to get is going to be 8.5176. Since this is money, how much money should I leave here? I have to round to the nearest cent. So my final answer is $8, don't forget your dollar sign, and 52 cents. This 7 makes the 1 go up to a 2. Okay? In example B, an item costs $20. You have to pay a 7.5% sales tax. What is the sales tax? Again, I'm going to take the cost of the item, $20. I'm going to multiply by my sales tax, go 2 to the left. I have to put a 0 in front of that 7. So it's times 0.075. And you type that into your calculator. When you do that, you get 1.5. So what is the sales tax? Well, that converts to, in money cents, $1.50. Question 2. What is the total price? Well, the item is $20 plus $1.50 in sales tax. Means that my total price is $21.50. 2 questions, 2 answers. Okay? If you need to pause, go ahead. Otherwise, I'll move on to my next section. All right, next, commission. A salesperson makes 25% commission on all sales. If they sell $1,100 of product, how much commission do they make? Now, for commission, guys, it's like what a salesperson makes. There's no adding it on to the original amount. For this one, you just have to multiply the amount of the product they sell times the percent that they make. So I'm going to do my $1,100, and I'm going to multiply by my 25%. Again, 25%. I move my decimal point 2 to the left, so it's 0.25 So 1,100 times 25% is going to give me $275. That's already in an acceptable dollar form, so I don't have to rewrite my answer. Just remember your dollar sign, $275. That's how much money they would make. Okay? And in D, sale price. This is a good one that you guys might want to know. For sale price, a new game system costs $375. You have a 20% off. It should be off coupon. How much do you save? What is the new price? Okay, so we're getting 20% off of our original price. I have two questions here, so two answers. To find this, I'm going to do the same thing. I take the price of the item, $375. I multiply it by the percent. In this case, I have to go 2 to the left, so that's going to be 0.20%. And when you multiply that in your calculator, you get $75. So you are going to save $75. Okay, so what is the new price of the item? In this case, the original price of the item was $375. Since I'm saving 75%, I'm going to subtract that $75 because I'm not tacking it on to my price. I'm taking it off my price, and that's going to give me a final answer of $300. So I would only have to pay $300. Okay? If you need to go back and rewatch any of those, go ahead. Otherwise, have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.